Another best of 5 series, more Heroes of the Storm esports action with the Masters Clash. We're still on the first Playday, and this is actually the last best of 5 series and Playday number 1. We're done with all the qualifiers, all of them are out. We got our A teams that are participating in the Masters Clash, and our first map today is Infernal Shrines. And this is also the first series that we have where 2 teams that are in the top 4 go up against each other. And obviously, since we're just starting to this with in the top 4, I don't really mean the actual ranking, but the power ranking that most people perceive to be the top 4 after we had all the qualifiers. So technically, if you want to, you could say we have the first time in Playday number 1, 2 teams going up against each other that qualified directly for the Masters Clash by winning one of the qualification tournaments. Now, to be honest with you, I still personally believe that there's a little bit of a gap between the top 3, which for me personally are the Donas, the Hardos, and 30k, and Chili Mountain. So I see Chili Mountain currently as the 4th slot roughly, still with quite a bit of a gap to the number 5. But this is obviously, especially like in the top 4, it's honestly pretty tight. On a good day, Chili Mountain can definitely take any of these guys out, especially if the opponent has maybe a bit of a bad one, a good draft, a bit of momentum, can definitely take it for you there. But we'll see now if 30k can actually win this one. Keep in mind, they were the team that won the first qualifier for the Masters Clash, so the first one to take it, or if Chili Mountain is today claiming victory here. Now, as far as the bans go, you already see that there's a couple of personal preferences that get banned out too. Chromie is still up, so is Uther. So there's the first pick for X-Ray. Medivh still gets banned. Honestly, if they wouldn't have banned Medivh, it would have been banned by 30k. If Muk is on the other side, you're not going to give them Medivh. That's just not happening. Anubara gets also banned together with this. We got Zeratul banned. Obviously, you have Dainu on the other side. So that's someone where you're a little bit worried about him just like wrecking your backline completely. But the Ana pick, so Bananas Ana is once again taken. And yeah, I embarrassed myself a little bit the last time that I was talking about Bananas Ana. But I heard that Bananas Ana is pretty bananas, and that's why most of the people ban Ana. You could say it's a ban Ana banana strategy. But Sonya together with that is setting us up on our first map. Yeah, and here comes Chromie. So, Uther and Chromie, they were not banned. Oftentimes they are. Both now end up in the hands of 30k. And they go for Masquerade's Diablo, which again is fucking terrifying. Honestly, I sometimes wake up screaming in the middle of the night from a nightmare where I play against Masquerade's Diablo and he just bullies me around all day long. And then I wake up and I remember that I can beat the shit out of this kid, and then I'm gonna be fine, and I'm fine again. But yeah, his Diablo is fucking terrifying. And now, with Uther as a follow-up on the stun, with Chromie chipping in damage, whew, baby! I don't want to be in Chili Mountain's shoes, so how are they gonna deal with that bad boy? There's Infernal Shrines, and on this one in particular, he can do a whole lot with that. So, we'll see. Berkhold over here, with his Sonya, could make a bit of a difference, but he's also going to be a prime target for a good flip and stun. So, we'll see that. Genji gets banned out. Yeah, they're getting some of those mobiles assassin away, and everything that can jump Ana in the backline is going to be a bit of a problem. But here comes the Tychus ban. They don't want to go up against Odin. Can't blame them. Odin is pretty brutal, so yeah, there's that. What else are we getting? Double pick. Let's bring it. Game number 1. Let's set it up. Okay. Red team. What's the double pick? What is Maki gonna play? That's another one. That is also another one. Boom. Hanzo and Leo. Maki is the last pick. The janitor is gonna be ready in the game to try and take out the trash over here. Maka is the only one that hasn't made a choice yet. And to finish up draft number 1, we got the blue team coming strong. And also, Ultralisk is, of course, a little bit of a question of what he's going to go for. So, what are we getting from him? And also, what's the side lane going to be? There it is, Maiev. Ultraliskin is Maiev, so he gets it again. And we got Malthael. Yeah, they can definitely play. I mean, technically you can now also, you can go Last Rites, you can go Tormented Souls, both of them is possible, but it also means that we're not going to see any kind of triple melee lineup on the side of Chili Mountain with Malthael getting nano boosted by Ana. Don't think that with the setup that they have right now, they would have gone for it. We've seen triple bruiser front lines, but I don't think that was necessarily the game plan here. Either way, last pick is coming in, and Make, we get Ragnaros. We've seen him a bit more, we see him again. it's party time. Game number 1, 30k against Chili Mountain, everybody. Let's get the party started here at the Masters Clash More Heroes of the Storm tournament action on Infernal Shrines. Game number 1, 30k against Chili Mountain, everybody. It is party time. Let's get this one on the road with X-Ray on Uther. Masquerade, he needs apparently another bathroom break as he pauses the game. Honestly, that guy is a little bit weird. We're always waiting for Masquerade. He has a little bit of, I mean, he has this whole bathrobe thing going on for himself too. If they wouldn't have been picked up by 30k, they would have very likely renamed themselves into the Bathrobe Boys for that very reason. But as you can see now, we got Ultralisk on Maiev, we got Decisive on Malthael, Masquerade himself with Diablo. And I suppose the reason why the guy is terrifying is not only Diablo, but also these incredibly long number 2 breaks that he sometimes has between games. Now, since he's the one who actually paused the game, I suppose that that's not really the issue here, but either way. We got Dainu on Chromie. Would have loved to see him, of course, on one of those mobile heroes. I mean, a Tracer would have been fantastic. Of course, the ban against Genji and against Zeratul definitely limited his options a bit. Whereas on the side of Chili Mountain, we got Make with Ragnaros. And noteworthy already is that on level 1, we got the Engulfing Flame. So if you remember some of the other matches that have been played out, in round 1 of the Masters Clash, we actually saw a quick move coming in with the Meatball build. Not so much over here, so we're going into the Blast Wave. We got Gia on Leoric for the side lane, Azerite on Hanzo, Berkult is playing Sonya, and Banana H is playing Ana. And with that, we're good to go. So apparently the problem that we had was that Masquerade had some issues with his settings. Not quite sure why they changed, but either way, we are ready to rumble on this one. And again, this is going to last a long, long time. So for everybody that isn't quite familiar with the Masters Clash here, we had a couple of qualifiers leading to the main event, the league itself. And now that we have the 8 teams determined that will play in it, we have 14 weeks of non-stop action where they will go up against each other. So every single week, Saturday, Sunday at 6 p.m. Berlin time, CEST, we're going to have the 2 best of 5s happening. And yeah, it's gonna be a long time. A lot of really good Heroes of the Storm action here on the European server. And it's gonna be fun. Now, on the level 1, Consume Vitality is already in. It's time to party. Honestly, this is an important match for both of them. I mean, these are 2 teams that very likely will compete directly against each other in the standings. And both of them, of course, want to make a play for the top 3, the number 1. And it is highly important that you're starting this off well. It's not only a question about whether or not you can win the series itself, but also how many maps are you able to take. I mean, let's say one of the 2 teams dominates here. The other one should at least attempt to lock a map or 2 in, or they're going to be in a whole lot of trouble from the beginning of the season onwards already, and would have to put in quite the effort to turn it around at some point. So, yeah, you got to be diligent from the get-go. Now that we're having our rotation set up, top side is Sonya versus Malthael. At the 1-minute mark, the camps are being attacked, and the blue team makes the choice to go for the neutral one at the bottom first. Whereas the red team goes for their own, playing it a bit safer here. Marker with a baby rack skin. I mean, there can be only one. And here we go. There's a couple of heroes in the game that definitely need new skins. I mean, seriously. It feels like Blizzard fires out skin after skin for heroes like Li Ming, but then you look to someone like Ragnaros, and there's a severe lack of good skins. Doesn't mean like the ones that are in the game already aren't great, but still, having a little bit more variety over there would definitely be a bit of a good thing. So, yeah. Now, we got our level 4 coming in any second right now. And, well, with that, we first of all get the Die Alone here. More slam setups too. On the side of Uther on this map, of course, the Holy Fire makes a whole lot of sense. Getting a bit more AoE damage on the shrine is kind of nice. So that's going to help you. And, yeah, all the way up at the top, here comes the play. Dequaza's already starting to make his move. But we got a bit of a trap set up with Ultralisk and Masquerade, both waiting for someone to rotate a bit more aggressively. That isn't happening. So, yeah, there's that. And now down at the bottom of the map, still Azerite playing this one out. X-Ray playing it super safe here too. I mean, they are expecting traps. So both teams are totally expecting that someone is waiting for them when they make the rotation to try and drop them. We'll see if it works out for them. But either way, now that we are looking at the first objective, it's going to spawn at the bottom of the map, making those shaman camps even more impactful. Malthael could stay a little bit longer, try and take maybe the shaman out. But of course, you want to also make sure that you get the first Punisher over here. And they're starting to move in for that pretty quickly. Gia is already in place. Top side, a triple. They're trying to go for the kill against Decisive. And he makes it out. Now, of course, that will result in some extra pressure against the wall, but it also gives the blue team a significant lead on the shrine itself, where they are locking in stack after stack here, as the right is trying to poke it out slightly. But top side, they just decide that they want to go for it. They're just making a play. They're just saying, okay guys, let's go for the top, take the structures down, drop the wall, and even if they get the Punisher, they won't be able to do much more than that. So a nice, neat move by Chili Mountain in the attempt to negate any value that could be had by 30k at the bot lane. Chromie's also on the run. Azurite jumps in, and 16 hit points before the heal comes through. Not even close, baby. And now Gia is in a bit of trouble. He's getting completely isolated from this. Eats the damage, might fall. The fight on the shrine itself is also starting up. And Leo is still very much away from this battle as they're making a play for Sonya. In comes Ultralisk. They are fighting tooth and nail. 33 against 36. And it's about to be hit. The red team, they take it. They lose Leo for it, but they can take the objective. They did the damage at the top, and now with the help of Ragnaros, they're pushing them back. They're keeping everyone alive here too. Dino baiting it. Look at this. Oh, jump in front of the wall as they're pushing in with the camp. Leo is back to business. And that's bad news for 30k. It really is. Because right now, they lost at the top, the wall. They lose it at the bottom as well. And the only thing that they got is a kill against Leoric, who's already back to business and helping with the push here. So that is not a good look right now. They are falling a bit behind here. And initially, it really felt they had an easy shot at the Punisher. Maybe a second kill against Gia, and he's back. There's the kill. Temporal loop, baby. Yeah, get the janitor back. It's not clean yet over here. Yeah, 2 kills to 0, so they get the kill count. But again, in structures, they definitely suffered. Not really too bad yet. Vision has been granted by Leo too, which allows the team to go straight up for the next camp here. And they can go for the one at the bottom of the map now as well. But yeah, so far so good. Nice, neat start into all of this. With the Blisterings attacked now after the slow burn. Next camp is soon going to be taken here. And slowly but steadily, they are starting to make the plays for the objectives right now. Especially that we have Diablo in the middle. Obviously, Masquerade is also still stacking his souls. Actually, he's done. So that's good for him. The level 10 abilities are in play. For the blue team, a bit quicker than they are for Chili Mountain, but the gap is small. And Masquerade wanted to engage, but gets stopped quite quickly. Yeah, Azurite, the tether. Can they force it? No, they can't. And level 10 is now going to be ready for Chili Mountain. With Sulfuras coming in for Ragnaros, it's of course a nice combo. I mean, first of all, you got a setup potentially with Leo, who can drop the Entomb. But on top of that, you now have also the Dragon's Arrow, which you could use to help with the Sulfuras setup as well. Only one that hasn't made a choice yet is Anna, and could very well go into the Eye of Horus again. We've seen a lot of Eye of Horus plays with exceptionally aggressive stances from a lot of the heroes. The Last Rites, by the way, is also up for 30k. So they're going to try and stack that in this best of 5 series. And Eye of Horus is in. Yeah. So far, still nobody taking a mad lead or anything on the experience board, but safe rotation from Decisive. Yeah, again, you got to. There's so many insta-shot combos that now exist that you can't take one of those moves. You need to be safe. Blessed Shield, no, not Blessed Shield. Sulfuras comes out, 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kills, 3 down. The Divine Shield was absolutely on point from X-Ray, saving the target as the Sulfura Smash was about to connect. And now 3 of them are down. That's 5 kills to 0, by the way. Doesn't matter if you did some structural damage at the beginning of the game. If that is what follows, then you are in trouble, and quite a bit of that. It's a level lead that we're looking at. And in addition to it, they of course also have now an opportunity to use that map control that they just established to push these lanes out straight into the structures, damage a few of them, nearly take down the mid wall, and set up for the next objective, where they're going to have a talent advantage. A talent advantage over the opponent on top of it too. Whew. Ladies, that could get nasty. And of course, we're not only talking about that, we have a stack for the last rites, which is kind of neat as well. Bit of a cooldown reduction for him. Inevitable end for Malthael. Yeah, camps get taken. Damage output 13,000 now for... yeah, Maiev. But guys, just look at this. Red team has no chance engaging here. So this is why they are sending Maka down to the bottom of the map. If anything, I'm a little bit more surprised that 30k hasn't reacted quicker to this and tried to make sure that they have someone defending it, because their Quasar is in a lot of trouble right now. Oh, everything misses! And he finally gets hit. They put 3 ults on him. They missed the Entomb, they missed the arrow, and the Sulfuras is the one that takes him down then. Yeah, up at the top, they're still going for their own fight, of course. We got a few more drain talents now also coming in for Leo. But it doesn't really change the fact that 30k will pick up that Punisher. Now, the fort at the bottom, that has been destroyed. And that gives, technically at least, the blue team the lead in structures again. And they're closing the gap in experience as well. So, it's an interesting setup that we're seeing. They're not getting a whole lot of kills done. They worked really hard to get at least the one against Malthael. But they are able to do a whole lot of work on structures, and their rotations on the map are pretty crisp as they're trying to take these forts down. So, there's a bit of an attempt to fight back on the shrine, but of course it's going to be taken eventually. They kept it at 39 to bring Malthael back in. And talking Malthael, they get the kill. Second stack for the last rites is acquired. The fight is not over yet though. Masquerade is starting to bully people, but this time the wall stun doesn't connect. Ultralisk! Oh, jumps the arrow, and X-Ray didn't see it coming and goes down. No Divine Shield on his end, but they get the counter kill against Gia, and now the Punisher is moving through the top. The gate is already open, so they can follow up on the stun. They're not even proccing it. They're just running away from the position, saying like, yeah, you can have that fort. We're not going to lose more heroes here. This is just not happening. But yeah, nice jump from IF. Saw the arrow coming, jumps it with the Vault of the Wardens, and then of course the opportunity for Uther to also drop the Divine Shield, but apparently X-Ray didn't see this one come in. Yeah, again, the play for Ultralisk was really, really low. Mana, hit points, they go for Masquerade instead, and they're gonna grab him. Masquerade is down, loses his soul stacks, and Maka is defending against the Punisher. He might be able to hold that fort. Well, actually, no. Yeah, the fort had like 1 hit point or something. But the problem still is that Chile Mountain takes the one on the left side. So, again, they are ahead in structures. They might have lost the fort, but they also took one down. And on top of that, they now have a few more kills coming in as well. So, they're not doing badly here. They are slightly behind experience, and that leads the blue team to an early level 16. Which gives us now, of course, the domination after we just had Cruelty coming in. But I still gotta say, yeah, that's another kill. He's just stacking. 3 stacks already on Malthael's last rites. Cooldown is getting reduced every time they're fighting a battle here. And he is working towards that late game. Look how heavily they're diving this. They are trying to go for Banana Age, and he doesn't stand a chance. Good vision from Chromie. Well, actually, that arrow was on point, but Azerite is still not able to save Ana. Ana still falls. It was a good move with the arrow and a really nice thought process, but they're not able to make anything happen. Instead, we now have camps taken by the blue team that are pushing the lanes. They're going for another kill, and they're going to get it. A good wall stun for Masquerade. He might not have a lot of souls yet, but they're getting the kill against Hanzo. Chromie dies too, though, and they're still fighting underneath the fort. Ragnaros is dead as well. So is Leo, and they are crushing. 12 kills to 4, and now the level lead again. Berkult is on the run, and he is going to make it out, but at the bottom, the fort is going to get destroyed. Now, it's 16 versus 16 talents. The damage output with 27,000 for Chromie against the 26k that Hanzo puts to the table. But yeah, this game is a little bit bananas. And not only because of Banana and his Ana. So, we got 12 to 4 kills now. A 1 level lead, more than that even. And yep, this is going to be another fort very likely. Maybe they can't destroy it right now, but they are going to drop it low, low, and low. Okay, so next objective. At the bottom of the map, where both of them already lost the fort. Camps are, of course, up, and they're starting to take it on the left side. The only one that hasn't died in this game is, by the way, Maiev. 0 kills against Ultralisk. Leo, on the other hand, he's activating his trait a lot. Yeah, 6 deaths on Leoric already. That kind of hurts a little bit. Now, Leo, well, Diablo is actually nearly done with his baseline stacks. Yeah, the arrow dodge, nicely done. Yep, and they're trying to make a play for Gia over here, but also for Maka. And once again, last rights, and another stack is in. 4 stacks, and the cooldown gets reduced more and more and more. And Gia is headed for double digits on the death count. He's getting a little bit farmed by Malthael. Malthael is using him to get his level 10 stacked. That's all that's happening here. It's a bit crazy. So, I'm not quite sure what exactly they're going to try and do here, because level 20 is another problem that they're soon going to face. Backward with the spin to win setup all the way up at the top. Sulfurus is of course still up. Yeah, sleep dart against Uther. Quick connect, and X-Ray with another stun. He needs to Divine Shield himself. Divine Shields himself, tries to get out. Ultralisk, he's low. That's a kill. That's a double kill. Ragnaros might have died, but he died for a good cause, and he was able to drop the Sulfuras hard on them. Now Quasar himself, can he get a kill here? Yes, he gets it. He gets Sonya. And that is a 5th stack, by the way, that he got now. So that cooldown is getting real low. And Malthael, he is just crushing at this point. I mean, damn, Quasar's still alive. He got 2 kills. But check out how all of this started. I mean, look at Ragnaros now and the double kill that he gets here. First is Leo with the Entomb that sets it up. And then you have the Sulfuras come in and absolutely crush. So yeah, he died for it, but still. Level 20 is in. 16 kills against 6 now. And they go for the objective. We got a 3 versus 2 setup in favor of 30k at this point. So yeah, they got all the chances here. And the cooldown, honestly, on last rights at this point is getting ridiculous. I mean, 5 stacks on Malthael already. Quasar is just beasting it. This damage output should be out of this world. And it's at 33,000 only. Above my F, but I expected it to be even a bit higher. That's another one. Bam! Number 6 and 9 deaths against Gia. Gia is not having a fun game here. Not even a little bit. He's sitting here just saying, like, boys, like, I don't know. I can ghost around a little bit. I'm at this point. I mean, honestly, he's pretty much just a vision ward at this point. He's an observer ward. That's all it is. An observer ward that can walk. That's pretty much all that's happening here. And yeah, that ult is back up in another couple of seconds. I mean, the cooldown reduction is ridiculous at this point. Absolutely ridiculous. 6 stacks after 15 minutes. He's just getting dropped time and time again. Quasar goes into these fights and he's like, "Argh!" It's like a machine gun, seriously. Last rights after last rights. And now that they're going for the fort in the middle with the double camp, they're pushing at the bottom with the Punisher. There's also Maka reacting right away with his Molten Core. He has to, but not. I mean, even that might not save him here. Even that. Now that level 20 is in, no one can stop. Death is taken immediately. Mid-fort has now fallen. They're making the play down here. And Quasar can YOLO his ult out whenever he wants to. Entomb, heroic difficulty, and, well, goes back in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is 10 deaths on Gia. Yeah, applause, applause. The double digits for him. Anna is dead too, and Quasar gets attacked again, and they just can't kill him. 7 stacks for him, and they just cannot kill him.
Hail to the king, baby.
He's beasting it. Honestly, the man is going places. They go for the keep, they take it down in the middle, the wall has fallen, and now they are trying to make their play for core, but this is just getting absolutely insane. I mean, again, last rights for everybody. Quasar, he's the Oprah of the Nexus. You get a last rights. You get a last right. Everybody gets a last rights. Yeah, he's just dropping it. There's another one, isn't there? Yeah, of course. Here we go. Bam. 8 stacks. He's at 8 stacks. Like, what the hell? It's insane. Gia dies again. This is absolutely crazy. I have no idea what's going on here, but that's 21 kills against 6 now. 21 to 6. And it just doesn't stop. Well, maybe they can defend here even. Bakul together with Anna. Yeah, well, no, they can't. Sonya is dead after all. But it's ridiculous. What the hell? Maka is trying to prevent the worst, but the core is already losing hit points, as you can see. It's falling slowly, but it's falling steadily. This is going to be a lead for 30k, ladies and gentlemen. The lead for 30k. Uther, he's down. The rest is still fighting. Decisive, he wants another one, and he gets another one. That's another kill. No, it's not, because the game is over as 30k takes the lead in the best of 5.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2. Braxis Holdout. I mean, guys, I don't really know what happened on the last map, but I can promise you one thing. Gia is gonna think twice before he locks in Leo again. That was a bit brutal. So yeah, that was kind of insane. Right now, we got map number 2 coming in. Our Heroes of the Storm series is, of course, a best of 5, so there's still plenty of time for Chili Mountain to bring it back. But they got farmed. I mean, they literally got farmed in game number 1. Decisive went nuts on this one, so that was just crazy. But again, we'll see what they can pull off now. We got Junkrat already banned out, but heroes that you're going to see banned here very likely. Genji is at some point going to get banned out probably. Zeratul, the same applies. And Nubarak maybe even. Like a lot of the heroes that can traverse between the lanes very, very quickly are normally targeted on this map. Medivh, of course, being one of them too. Because you're trying to avoid that your opponent has a real mobile setup where they can quickly collapse onto a solo laner, for example. So that leaves a lot of heroes that you want to get rid of and you can't really. So that gives us a couple of priority picks here. It's going to be really interesting to see what exactly they're going to go for here. Normally you play this out in a 1 and 4 split. If that's going to be the case or not, something that we'll figure out now. But there's the ban on Stukov, and we got also Uther ban. So there's a lot of heroes up that you could still with the priority take. I mean, even Chromie. Obviously, you want to have wave clear against those Zerg waves too. It can be a tricky map. Raxa, he is still insane at the top lane if he gets to play it solo, because he can hold the objective and the lane experience at the same time, which makes him pretty much the one-on-one hero there. But there we go, exactly as I already announced. We have Genji and we have a Nubarak immediately. What can they do? They can easily move from one lane to another, start to jump on it. Genji has the mobility there, so yep, that is a little bit of a rough spot to for Raxa. I mean, Raxa really, like, if you have him in a one-on-one setup, he wins the lane, just straight up. Not on any map, but on Dragonshy and Braxis Holdout, which is why teams oftentimes try to rotate heroes against him to just get a drop on him. Now, Brightwing has, of course, some mobility as well. Muradin can also just jump over the structures a little bit, so they kind of make up for that to an extent. But Raxa has to be real careful. He is now in a great position at the top lane in a 1-versus-1 setup, no matter what gets picked on the other side. But at the same time, if a Nubarak and Genji start to make their move, then he can die very, very quickly. So you got to be very careful with that. But either way, the bans are coming in. There's of course still Sonya that you could technically try to ban out if you really wanted to, especially from the perspective of Chili Mountain. They banned Karazim, another mobile one that could be used here, and X-Ray has done that in the past several times. So not a bad ban, honestly. A little bit more of a targeted ban, not really just going down the meta, but yep, that could be one. Braxis is always it's a weird map. It's always a very, very weird map in the way that it plays out, but I like the way that this is shaping up. Here comes Phoenix. Again, simple. And off we go. There's the Lucio pick, and yep. With that, we got Phoenix. We got Lucio selected. Very quick rotations. Phoenix also in a pretty good move. And what else are we gonna get? We get Make and Azerite now. Yeah, this is where this can come together. I mean, first pick, first ban went over to Chili Mountain, so map choice was made by the blue team. Here comes Sylvanas for even more push power with the Zerg wave. And we got Tiger, so they can really siege up. I mean, damn. If they get a good wave, they can siege up with Sylvanas and with Odin just behind it. So, yeah, that's nasty. But Decisive, let's see what he can take. What's the last pick? I mean, the god of game number 1. Sonya, there it is. I expected her to be banned out as the third ban, but they left it open, so he can get Sonya late. Braxis Holdout, everybody. Let's go. Game number 2. We got 30k going up against Chili Mountain, everybody. Game number 2, Braxis Holdout, Ultralisk on Genji, Decisive on Sonya, Dino and Phoenix, Masquerade on Nubarak, and X-Ray is playing Lucy over here. So on the right side of the map, Banana H with Brightwing, as Chili Mountain is trying to bring this one back. We got Maka on Tychus, Gia on Muradin, Azerite on Sylvanas, and Backhult, everybody, is playing Rexa. Alright. Let's get this show on the road and see if the team in red can bring this one back. Game number 1. I mean, again, at the beginning, macro-wise, it wasn't really too bad for Chili Mountain, but they were beat up pretty heavily in the team fights, especially towards the end of the game. Decisive just farming with Malpael 6 days to Sunday, and that was absolutely insane. But either way, now that we're heading into the game on level 1, we got for Phoenix the Arsenal synergy. We have also Muradin going straight up into the dwarf block over here. Of course, up at the top lane, our 1 versus 1, with both of them playing super safe now because there has no, like, they don't really have any vision yet. But now that the 4-man has appeared for both of them at the bottom of the map, the 2 solo laners can start to move out a bit more and try to do their thing here. Yeah, and down at the bottom of the map, this is where the party really starts. I mean, the 4 versus 4 is where we're going to see the team fights now. And an attempt to get the first few kills in. Talking about the first few kills, Ultralisk immediately is jumping in deep with Genji as he's trying to dish out some of the damage. Couldn't really do a whole lot yet, but still, there's the beacons activating. Yeah, and the threat is of course always that Chili Mountain is gonna get a pretty huge Zerg wave and then use the Sylvanas and Tychus after level 10 to take them apart. So that is one of the big problems that you're eventually going to face if you don't pay attention here. Spray game, not really on point, no. Masquerade going way too vanilla on the spray, I'm sorry, but that one doesn't count. We can do a little bit better than that. Yeah, Frenchie over here was a little bit too lazy to lock in a proper spray, I think. He had some problem with his setups earlier. I think that probably included selecting a good spray. So, yeah. But either way, now that we got our push up at the top, here comes the move, and Nubarak is dead. Okay, that's the first kill. Chili Mountain opening this up with a little bit of a win. Bottom of the map, camp gets pushed in, and it seems like Dino is going to get some value for the team. Red team is starting to rotate, but still, this is going to do some work. So, actually, it might not. No, Sylvanas is coming in, Maka is trying to take. So Sylvanas stops this before it gets out of hand, so good for her. Now they get the first few points towards the beacon, but well, it's only 8%, so not a lot more than that. And here comes the move once more, straight up for the next play. They're trying to go for Misha, and they get her. In the rhythm is in. In addition to that, we now get the reverberation taken. A couple of stacks coming through for Rexa as he wants to go for the Hunter-Gatherer over here. And the engage setup with the Nubarak as he's committing straight to the Underking on level 4. Yeah, it's party time, everybody. Now it's time for the red team to retake. That's 14 points towards the Zerg wave. And obviously this is not a winner-takes-all setup. No. So every single point that you take matters a lot. The biggest thing that you kind of want to do is deny your opponent to get proper stacks towards the progress, so that your own wave is just way stronger. Stormbolt misses. Yeah, good for him. There could have been a problem for Genji over here, but he's able to get away from it. And yeah, they are starting to rotate in because now it's all about the camps, and there's still a chance that you can sneak this one in. As you can see, the red team is now also rotating down, but talking about rotations, Banana H, the polymorph, and that's the kill. Banana H gets out, and without the polymorph, he would have died for sure, and then Genji could have tried to move back, but the polymorph was more than on point. Yeah, and that helps them easy peasy to get the setup together. So now they make a play for Dino. Another polymorph is in. Dino is able to get away from it. That could have been a problem though. Top side, they're still fighting this one out, but as I explained earlier, in the long run, Backhult is always going to win this one, and you can see it right here. Decisive had to retreat to catch the experience, and now Misha is taking over. That's why you see these rotations. This is why we're having these moves, because if you keep it a 1 versus 1, Rexa is going to win it. Quite easily, even. Yeah, he's one of the few, he's the only hero that, outside of the Vikings, I suppose, that can really control the objective and the lane experience. And now the two teams pretty much just decided that they want to go full all out on those forts and take them early. And if you trade forts, if you trade structures like this, you're pretty much just speeding up the game. And that is what we're seeing right now. At the top, they're going for it. At the bottom, they're actually defending. What? Don't see that all that often. Honestly, that leads to a situation in which 30k has an advantage on structures and just now have the level 7 talents to retake the beacon. But normally you just see aggression, because if you fall back and try to defend on the other side of the map, exactly what you're seeing right now happens. You fall behind in structural damage and won't be able to catch up all that easily. So we got 28 points towards 18. They definitely did well on the beacon. But the problem is still that the top fort has taken a lot of damage and the fountain has fallen there too. Now, to be fair, Chili Mountain took the fountain down at the bottom as well. But up at the top, they're trying to go for Rexa. Brightwing is coming in. And the blue team still controls one of the beacons, but Misha is already starting to recap. Dino is moving in to take this one. And at the top, they're making a play for Masquerade again as they're trying to drop an Uberak for the second time. Make is a bit low and also makes it out. And it seems like Phoenix is starting to make his way over again to help the team out here. Yeah, they're jumping in. They're finding Gia. And Genji is even diving after Banana H. Now, at the same time, though, we now have, with the 2 kills to 0, still a lead in experience. But now that Lucio is moving in, they're trying to push this one back. Everybody's a bit low here, but here comes the collapse onto Sonya. And that's an easy kill. Ultralisk gets the Misha kill. Can they go for Muradin? Yes, he zips in and zips out. Gets the 2 kills for the team. And that allows them now to push them back even further and take control over the beacons again. And control they take indeed. Yeah, look at this one. First, Ultralisk moving in. They get the 1 kill. They go for Muradin. Bam, Misha down. Muradin is next on the agenda. And Ultralisk follows up with the kill. Now they are going straight up for a massive Zerg wave. And honestly, this one is going to hurt. They're going to get it. 100% to 30. That is solid damage that they can push out now. Sylvanas is already at the bottom of the map. If you get kills now, of course, that changes this things a little bit. Yeah, Genji, as he's starting to jump in up with the top, needs to be careful. Gia is immediately coming in, but yeah, Swift strike out. At the bottom of the map, the attack is coming, and Sylvanas is sitting here and she's like, team? Team? Hello? I need a little bit of help with this. I'm good at the wave clear, but I'm not that good. So the rest is following up quickly. But they are, of course, still going to lose that fort. Well, very likely, at least. Yeah, Genji is jumping out. Muradin wants to get another Stormbolt in. Gia up at the front, and they get the kill against an Uberak. The fort is down, but so is an Uberak. The tank is gone. Yeah, well done. And at the top, Dino is still defending this. Level 10 abilities are now in. That gives us Odin. Gives us also the Wailing Arrow. We got 28 stacks towards the In the Rhythm. And they are starting to follow up with more topside pressure. At least they're trying to. Yeah, hoping for someone to rotate back down now that Sylvanas is threatening a push at the bottom fort. But that's not happening at this point. They wait for the level 10, and here we have it. And with that, we now get again Wrath of the Berserker, the X-Strike. Yeah, they're trying to take it here. But what do they do? Do they defend? Nope. They just move in and say, like, you know what, then we're going to trade your fort at the top. You lose 2, we lose 1. Yes, hit points at the bot lane. You had a few more, but still, we're still going to call that a win. Structurally, we're still ahead. So, there we go. Now, with the damage that we are now seeing from the 2 teams, we have Sylvanas in a slight lead. She's currently at 19,000 damage. Yeah, the rest of the team is still following up over here as well, as they're starting to go for another play. Gotta take care of the camps here. And Genji, he X-striked out and escaped. Which leaves the camp up. So now they can go for the camp without having to be afraid of any big moves being made here. Now that the ult is down, and Uberak is still at the side together with Quasar, hoping of course to catch someone on the rotation. They are going for their own camp now instead, or at least they're trying to. And they're waiting for the next objective. So still playing this a bit slow here. I mean, the kill count is heavily in favor of Chili Mountain. There's no doubt about that. But the objective, at least the first one, was quite securely locked in by 30k. They go for Uberak. I mean, they're farming him right now. Big salvo though. Really nice salvo, and that's the end of Make. Fantastic collapse here onto Tychus. Now they're going for Muradin, and he's also going to fall. Their double kill. Well done. I mean, Uberak died. He didn't even drop the cocoon, so they're collapsing onto him heavily and get rid of the bug infestation. But they lost 2 in the process, so now that Tychus and Muradin are both dead, 30k is slowly starting to catch up in kills. And of course that also gives them some momentum that they can carry over into the camp to claim that one. Bot lane gets still defended, but with the beacons activating another 20 seconds, the next party is soon gonna start. Experience is insanely even between the two teams. No level 13 advantage just yet over here. Yeah, now still the rotation at the bot lane as X-Ray is now moving in. They have 3 at the top, but they're going up against 5. And if Gia lands a good Stormbolt here, runs straight into Ultralisk. Yeah, eats the Stormbolt, but obviously there's not a lot that he can do about it. And talking about quest stacking, Genji responds in kind, gets the Shurikens in. So yeah, hits a couple here. Down to the bottom of the map, Phoenix still with all the escape abilities that he has, is still in a decent spot. And Anubarak, they're actually waiting for someone to rotate. Both of the teams, they're going for the traps. They go for the Admiral Akbar play here. Now, at the bottom, if nobody makes a move for that, they're going to start to try and damage the wall. Someone has to eventually rotate down. That's why Masquerade is sitting here. And they're just showing. They're just saying like, hello, we're here. Can you please rotate? Can you make a move? You need to defend. And they're slowly doing exactly that. I mean, the fact alone that they didn't even go off the mount in order to attack the wall tells you all that you need to know. They were just like, hint, hint, can you please go down there and do your thing? And now both teams are, of course, sharing a beacon again. We got 13 talents ready for 30k. And they're starting to make the plays again. Yeah, starting to come here. Banana H gets attacked. Now they're starting to make the move towards the top. 5 kills to 3, 13 versus 13. Phoenix down at the bottom. And that means that they're getting a few more stacks together. If he takes it. And he does. So they are now at 16, 18. And it gets reclaimed. I mean, again, every single bit of progress that you can make towards the objective counts. Even if you don't win it in the end. You are starting to make sure that your opponent has to deal with it too. So there's another one that they take. Gia responds in kind at the bottom, so nothing to be afraid of here. It's just easy rotations between the two teams in an attempt to push the lanes out, make sure that there's not too much pressure building up against them, and slowly working on the objective. Now, we still have trap after trap being set up here, and that trend is just going to continue. X-Ray is already checking all of this out. This time Ultralisk is checking the bush. Vision is everything at this point. And Uberak moves out. Another big salvo. I mean, Dino, seriously, calm the fuck down. 2 5-man, 6-man salvos even, including Misha. And the damage output is right there because of it. 27,000 for him right now. He locks in 1 6-man after another here. Now they have the beacon control again. And they're holding it. They're holding it. Gia is forced straight into the avatar. He might still die. They're trying to go for Dino. He gets out. Muradin is dead. Unbelievable. They're working on the progress even further. And honestly, if Chili Mountain loses this fight, then they are losing the objective too. And they kill their Sonya. Sonya is down. That's a step into the right direction. But look at the kill as Genji says, enough of this shit. Comes straight in for Sylvanas. Dino is about to fall. Or is he? There's the stun. And he gets dropped. 90% on the progress, by the way. But they're still chasing them. It's a 3 versus 2. And Ultralisk is still up. And now they have the chance for the 100% to 0 right here. 7 kills to 7. 30k, everybody. They were able to win the first qualifier for the Masters Clash. They were the team that immediately said, no, we're going to be part of this and we're going to fight for the title. And now in their match against Chili Mountain, not only do they take the 1-0 lead in this series, but they also start to establish quite some dominance around the objective, at least on the second map. Big wave at the top. And now, of course, they have to decide how they want to play this one out. They're already starting to pressure over. Muradin is sitting at the sides here. Gia is trying to see if he can maybe catch somebody. Sylvanas is pushing this out slowly. Jumps in even for it. But yeah, here comes Odin. They need to pop everything for the defense. They got to. 16 isn't ready yet for the blue team. But they're trying to break at least through the wall. And that should not be a problem for them. 20 stacks for Muradin. He's still a few away from completing the baseline so that he can finally rely on the pierce and the cooldown reduction. But yep, the wall falls. They're not getting much more out of this. But now that they have level 16, they could maybe even try to force a fight. Not yet. You also gotta still consider that down at the bottom of the map there's a Zerg wave pushing in. Now again, this isn't really a huge one. But still, you might at least think about trying to potentially defend this one. Well, defend in the sense that you're just dropping some heroes. Now there's of course still a boss that is up too, so you could take that eventually too. But now we have a small lead in experience. We got a pretty significant one in structures. An additional fort has been taken. The wall at the top has been eliminated. The wall at the bottom has been damaged, so good for them. The red team is trying to reply and taking a few more camps. But of course the air is getting a little bit thinner for them now. They have their own level 16, which gives us the phase out right here. So Brightwing can try to dodge Genji at least a bit. More than that even. I mean, again, there's a lot of abilities on the other side they can dodge out on. A couple of sexy cocoon dodges incoming. But, yep. The traps are continuing. I mean, it's really a lot of just checking bushes and vents the entire time to make sure that you're not falling into a trap. Right now, Sylvanas also has the 16, so she has the unstoppable frames with the Will of the Forsaken that she can use now. And the camps are getting cleared by both teams. It's getting a little bit closer here. Both of them are playing this a bit slower. Obviously, if you're Chili Mountain, you don't want to lose this one, because if you do, then it's time for a reverse comeback, reverse sweep. Even a little bit of a nibble on the boss in an attempt to see if they can lock this in quickly. You got Genji with his deflect over here. Once that they start to use the deflect, they might be able to lock it in quickly, but the other team is paying attention. Stormbolt stuns on both sides, and Anubarak is dead. Sound barrier came in too late. They're looking for counter kills. They're looking for counter kills. Again, a nice combo. Phoenix is dead though. Here's the kills for Chili Mountain. These are the ones that they needed, and they are getting them. Ultralisk has a lot of targets. Oh my god, look at Banana H! Can he get the kills? Muradin is dead, and Ultralisk, he wants to go on to a killing spree, and they get 3 of them. Unbe-fucking-leavable. Oh, Dequaza! Genji, can he do it? He's waiting, he's jumping, he figures the first one out, and he dies. 5-man team wipe. Look at this stuff. Oh my god. The kill setup here. 10 kills to 12, level 18. Boy, are they going ham on this one. Now, they can maybe take even a bit of a progress, but look how low they are. They won't be able to fight here at all. Masquerade is diving in, not afraid of anything, and why would he be? So, a camp is pretty much all that they can take out of this, because everybody is just coming back up on the map. But that is just crazy, unbelievable. I mean, all over the place. Big fights, and Genji in particular dishing out the damage later than taking the 1v1 against Marcus Tychus, which didn't end well for him. If he could have just gotten a little bit more damage in there, he might have been able to get a kill even. Brightwing jumps out again. There's the cocoon on Tychus. Yeah, and Dino might have overstepped. Indeed he did. He goes down again. Came back and dies immediately afterwards. And Masquerade, he got melted away in that last fight, of course. He was the first one to fall. Now we got some beacon progress for the red team after the blue team initially took charge. 49,000 damage for Sonya. 4 kills against the Nubarak. But this one is gonna hurt a little bit now. And they're going for boss too. Chili Mountain. They're smelling blood in the water. They're going for it. They're gonna try to take boss. They're gonna try to make sure that they are now taking game number 2 and tie the series here. And honestly, they could make the plays now. Because if they get 20, for example, with this, or maybe even a Zerg wave, that is dangerous. Boss is going to move towards the top side, if I'm not mistaken here. Down here, they're still making a little bit of a play against Ultralisk, which so far didn't really work out. But the big progress is there. We got 46 against 32. They're trying to burn this down quickly, and Genji is using the opportunity to move down to the bottom of the map in order to claim this one. So, Muradin is also back. Yeah, Ultralisk will have to zip out. Yeah, but... oh, he's too late. Ooh, and he's dead. Yep, that polymorph. Boss is nearly taken. They're trying to reclaim, but with 46%, it seems that's all that they can get this time. This looks like an objective win for the red team. And they also have level 20. So it's even more important for 30k that they're now starting to grab their own level 20. They're trying to go for the camp here too, which they might be able to get. I'm not so sure though. I mean, they really need to hurry up on this one. And it seems like they can. Nobody invaded this, at least not quickly enough. So that is helpful for the defense at the top at least. It slows it down and it allows Genji some time to get back into the game. Especially since they still need their level 20. They don't have it yet. So this is gonna be interesting here. Chili Mountain has now a big opportunity. They got big red button. Mark is gonna pop that very likely for the keep. if not for the core, if they can go that deep. And here comes a bit of a defense. They're nibbling around the edges, trying to get the experience for 20. Here comes the big red button, and there's the Storm Talons. Storm Talons on both sides now. Unconquered Spirit is in, Genji is back. The keep is insanely low, and they're likely going to lose it. Yeah, keep is going to go down at the bottom of the map. Bit of pressure against Banana H here, but of course this is about core. Top side is about core right now. 14 kills, 210, and they are trying to hold this. Somehow, they're starting to go for it. They're collapsing onto the back line, and Masquerade is low and gets once again attacked and sniped. So does Phoenix. This is Chili Mountain with a victory in game number 2. No doubt about it. Nicely done. They tie it up. They tie this series. Now our Heroes of the Storm best of 5. Well played. Chili Mountain with a win on Braxis Holdout. Game number 3. The series is tied, everybody. Volskaya Foundry, picked by Chili Mountain. Yeah, they did a good job. They sniped the Nubarak quite a lot of times. Every single time he was even approaching a bush, no matter if they checked it or not, he was on the menu. So they took him down. Took the boss, took the objective, and that was more than enough to take the game. Nicely done by Chili Mountain. And that also brings us to the first series, actually, on the first Playday. That doesn't end in a 3-0. Only question here is, of course, does it go to map number 4 or map number 5? Yeah, also, by the way, there is still a little bit of a problem, apparently, with people not quite understanding what exactly is going on with the Orcs here. Chili Mountain 30k is like, why are the lineups different? I've seen something in the CCL, like, what's happening here? The best way, I explained this before, but the best way to think about this is if you think about 30k, Chili Mountain, and the others, not as teams, but as orgs. And pretty much what happened is that we had European teams that banded together for European tournaments as a team, and after they qualified for the Masters Clash, you had some of those orcs come in and say like, hey, you guys are doing a really good job over there in Europe, that's actually amazing, why don't you play under our name? We're gonna help you with like some hardware, maybe travel costs or something along those lines. And so they signed up. So, which pretty much means that these teams, or those, yeah, the teams that you see here don't really have anything to do with what's being played in the CCL. CCL was always a little bit of a side gig for the European players anyways, because of the big delay that you have there. Now, since they obviously give money to players even if you lose, just because you're participating in the league, it's still attractive for a few of them. But with the ping delay and everything else, like, this is the priority for most of them. So they had their teams that banded together. They weren't drafted by a captain's mode, and that's why you have different lineups. So just like in your head, split this between North America and between Europe, and just think about someone like 30k as an org and not as one team. It's pretty much the easiest way to go about that. But now that we're heading into game number 3, we got a Stukov first pick, we got Volskaya Foundry, Diva comes in, Chromie also taken immediately. Medivh just banned. Medivh is not gonna see the not a single game over here. That's just not happening. The ban against Cassia is also kind of nice. It's interesting too. I mean, this is one of the favorites for especially Dainu when he gets a chance. So we'll see. No stacks for him today. But there's Sonya and there is Anna. Okay. So X-Ray picks Anna as Banana H went straight in for Stukov. And yeah, Eye of Horus, Nano Boost, both absolutely possible here for them. And well, let's go. And the ban pattern though, what do you ban out? I mean, Ultralisk, maybe even his Maiev. I mean, honestly, if you yeah, Masquerade's Diablo, as I said in the first game. That's also another one. Okay, so let's see what they can do here. But again, Ultralisk could of course still play Maiev, which is always kind of nasty. But if you do that, then you have Chromie as your only range damage dealer, which again with Sonya is possible. Maiev obviously also chips in a lot of it. Inuburak gets banned. Varian and Inuburak, both the best tanks with Stukov if you want to follow up with a Lurking Arm on a stun. Now, you can still play a Jojo here or whatnot. I mean, technically even Garrosh would work, but Mei is also up. But again, Varian and Inuburak are the two combo tanks for this. And there's our Zeratul. Not for Dino, no, we get him for Azerite. Yeah, and together with that, as of course leaves us with Mako on the last pick, Mr. Mephisto. has been pretty much the only player that regularly plays Mephisto. We had some others that dabbled a bit in him, but Maka is the only one that still brings Mephisto out with quite some regularity on maps like Infernal Shrines. And, you know it, Volskaya Foundry. So, last 2 picks for the blue team. There she is, Maiev, and Masquerade has Mei. Okay, so, let's go. And with that, what else are we going to get here? Red team with Make as the last pick. Are we going to get him? Yes or no? That's the question. No hatred in this game? Make? They're really waiting quite a bit on this one. I guess already locked in and talking about the map or allowing someone to go for a bathroom break, but there's Sylvanas instead. Okay. Sylvanas is in, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3 coming up. We got Chili Mountain against 30k. Our third map is Volskaya Foundry. Let's jump straight into it. Game number 3, 30k against Chili Mountain and Ultralisk. Once again on his Maiev, Dino on Chromie, X-Ray on Ana, Dequaza on Sonya, and we get Masquerade on Mei. On the right side of the map, Chili Mountain, after they just locked in a victory on the second map. We have Maka on Sylvanas, Banana H on Stukov, Bakul on Diva, Gia on Muradin, and Azerite on Zeratul. So, let's go and make this happen. Might of the Nerazim build for Zeratul, heading into the Shadow Hunter on level 1, Dwarf block on Muradin. We got Mei with the Ice Storm over the Heat Transfer. So, yeah, let's get a bit of a look of what's happening over here. I mean, Azerite is going to be a bit of a focus for us, of course. So, we're going to see what he can do with that. But, yeah. Either way, down at the bottom of the map, Dequaza is already taking position. We got Backhold here too. We had the rotation of Ana towards the top. Now, at the beginning, you just want to burn some of these waves out, but yeah, there they are, looking for the kill. The Stormbolt connects. Dequaza, the silence after it, and the spin to win allows Sonya to stay alive. Nice, okay. Again, as I said, Varian and Nubarak are the 2 tanks that you normally want to use when you're playing with Stukov, but of course, as far as stuns go, you can also use Gia in that capacity. And it's working so far. Masquerade has to go for the trade, and he slides out, but he's a bit too late. He goes up against 4 in that instance, and that is just a bit too much for him. And so now they can start to invade the camp here. Mei is, of course, going to be back soon, but if they can steal the item away, that would be the dream. So nicely done by Chili Mountain. Aggressive rotations. They're getting stopped though, but X-Ray is also in trouble down here. They're making the play, and Dequaza, spin to win. Sonya, she dies. Ultralisk is coming into, goes for the tether, and oh boy, that's 1 kill against Sylvanas, and Banana H is gonna die as well. So all of a sudden, they're getting 2 kills here. They're getting a 3rd against Zeratul. Like, what? Okay, that item might be stolen away, but now they're even going for Muradin, and Gia is trying to escape here, whereas everybody else is chasing him down hard. What just happened? That looked like a fantastic opening for Chili Mountain, and now all of a sudden 30k is taking kill after kill. I mean, have a look at this one. I mean, it was pretty much Maiev just coming in and saying, like, nope, not on my watch. A kill against Sylvanas, another one against Stukov, Zeratul dying a second later. And despite the good opening for Chili Mountain, the kill count is superior currently for 30k. Yeah, did not quite expect that. So we got our level 7, our level 4 talents. That means that we got the reverberation in for Muradin. But yeah, heavy aggression in the early game. Gia together with Stukov, they're just trying to set kills up with Stormbolt into Lurking Arms. Now the checkpoint is getting unlocked in just another moment. But yeah, we have a bit of a party on our hands here. These guys are going ham on the game, I mean, for sure. So now with the push at the bottom of the map, they're already starting to open the wall up a little bit. It's not too shabby either, to be honest with you. But, well, as you can see right now, what are we going to get in that situation? Because they need to defend this one. The entire wall has already fallen. If they can go for the fountain too, that would be a nightmare. Instead, Muradin is coming in from the top. They're trying to go for the setup again. And Dino is super low. So they're trying to save Dino, and they're able to pull it off with Banana H getting isolated a little bit. And that could be a kill. That should be a kill. And it is a kill. Now Dino himself nearly falls to Zeratul, but somehow he survives. And they get the Zeratul kill on top of it too. What the hell? 5 kills to 2 now. How are they picking these kills every time? Sylvanas is at the top. That's of course one of the problems that they had here. She's able to do some damage. But this is kind of crazy. I mean, some of this stuff is just savage what they're pulling off here. Yeah, a bit of a B-step setup at the bot lane apparently from Ultralisk, and he's able to jump out. Level 7 talents are now available for both of them. A little bit of an advantage on the objective for 30k. And we got the Warp Skirmisher over here. Okay. Didn't really expect that. I mean, normally you're going for the Blink setup on level 7 if you're starting things off with the Shadow Hunter. So that was definitely unexpected. That, on the other hand, was... yeah, he might have gotten the kill, but Masquerade is there and goes in for the big punish. They want to invade again, apparently. A 4-kill lead after 4 minutes in the game. What on earth? Yeah, crazy stuff happening here already. Yeah, they're trying to go for backhold again. No, not so this time. And Sylvanas is still doing that solo thing up at the top. But the problem is really the experience gains that we're seeing for 30k here. All the gains, baby! I mean, that's getting a little bit nuts now. Because they have an early level 10. They got the super early level 10, and boys, you don't want to fight that. Now, we got the wall up. They're going for Muradin, and yeah, he's going to be able to get out of this one. We got the disc in, nano boost, and of course now with the level 10 ability, they're going for the item and steal that away. But the red team is actually making a pretty smart move too. They're going for the healing beacon up at the top. So they're able to lock that one in. Down at the bottom of the map, Bakul is in trouble. They want to go for the kill here. Yeah, there's the quick kill against D.Va as she goes down. Well done. And also a pretty neat move, of course, with the disc stopping the explosion of D.Va. I mean, have another look at this one. So they're coming in, they're dropping it. Ultralisk then goes for the disc against the explosion so that they can go for a backhold. And they get a quick kill in against D.Va. Really nicely done. So good job by them. 8 kills to 3 now. And of course, they are working on Protector number 1. And I just don't really see a way of preventing that. Yeah, well, maybe if they get the kill here, that would be a good start. And yes, they get it. Masquerade goes down. Like, Jesus, these kills every time. Now, Ultralisk was getting aggressive here too, but now they're playing a 4 versus 3. They had such a nice lead, and then the kill against Mei comes out, and this happens. So now all of a sudden with the level 10 abilities ready for Chili Mountain, they're fighting not only back, but they get an important kill that could help them to get the Protector, which is kind of bonkers, honestly. The disc is out, and yep, in comes Dequaza from the side. They're buying a little bit of time for Mei too, but now with Banana Age pushing this out, guess what? They're getting the Protector. Azerite survives barely, but this is just insane. I mean, honestly. The entire time it's 30k, getting kill after kill after kill. Now they're barely ahead in experience. They're still trying to get another one against Gia down here. Banana H is also in trouble because he gets tethered, and that might be a kill against Stukov. Protector's now coming in too, and he is able to escape thanks to it. Yeah, what a weird game. I mean, from start to finish, what a weird game. Bot lane Ford is nearly down, the fountain has been destroyed, the Protector is getting bullied. Structurally, they're heavily ahead now. But yeah, it is kind of bonkers. Oh, hello. The dwarf. They go for him. And Gia is pretty much dead. Yeah, Muradin is down. Muradin is dead. Chromie is still holding the top on her own. 15 stacks for Muradin, by the way. 14 for Zeratul. Now is the might of Menarazim here. But yeah, we are having some interesting setups. Look at Dequaza, not even blinking. He looked at that shot and he was just like, yeah, that's not hitting. That is not hitting, not even close. I am not worried in the slightest, my friend. So now we're having the setup towards the top side that they can go for here. In a quick attempt against, well, Sylvanas. And Maka is not going to make it out either. Nope, he's going to die too. Chromie coming in with the big boy damage after the temporal loop. The level 13 talents give them, of course, even more of a lead. And yep, there we go. We got our damage output as well with the 28,000 for Maiev. She's been killing it the entire time. She's doubling the damage of Sylvanas. Maiev is currently doubling Sylvanas' damage. This is... like, Ultralisk is getting so much damage out here. It's insane. Alright, Virulent Reaction is now in for Stukov. That could be a bit of a game changer. Even more lockdown after Meridian Stormbolt, so good for them. 2 heroes still haven't died yet. That's Ana and it's Maiev. Stormbolt, a little bit off here. But we have at least the 13 talents now on both sides. And Zeratul is about to solo the top. Going for another healing beacon here. The fight at the bottom of the map, on the other hand, that's something where he won't be able to participate in. Gotta be careful around that one too. And Dino is starting to move back into the mid lane. They're hoping to do something here. And they can steal it away now. They actually can steal this away. They're coming in, thank them for the good work, and then they just simply take the healing beacon, drop the item, take this one too. They're still trying to isolate Banana H, and that one at least didn't work. Of course, in the meantime, we still have some pressure at the bottom of the map as Chili Mountain is rotating around them again with some additional lane pressure. But it's still a level lead and a 6 kill lead that they have on top of that as well. Yeah, here comes the play once more for Mei. And Ultralisk, he comes in from the angle on the side. Wants to get another tether. And the disc misses. Gia with good reactions here and the spray game on point. I like it. Quasar stayed at the bot lane. He already expected that Sylvanas would try to move back in with D.Va. So they're covering their bases really well right now. Doing a great job on that. Yeah, and for the time being at least, it's a level 16 talent that is going to be the biggest concern. It's actually kind of crazy too. The way that this game is playing out with all the kills that we're seeing and all the structures taken down, we are now on level 16 by the time that the second objective is going to spawn. 16! Normally that thing drops around level 13. So that entire process is really accelerated. The bottom fort has already fallen and now they're moving into the middle because they have the extra talent over their opponent. So they can play this a bit more aggressively and look to see if they can force a fight. But yep, great job by them so far in this game. Really, really good job. Down here, trying to make a play for Gia. Careful. And yep, not able to do much just yet. Half a level is still missing for 16. Half a level. Yeah, we got now also the black ice over here. And yeah, 16. You really don't get a whole lot out of it. Set Dino with the wave clear of Chromia in order to try and deal with the top side. Down here, they're making another play for Masquerade again, trying to control him as well as they can, but this time they're ready for it, and Quasar was sitting at the sides anyways. He wouldn't have been the only one to come in and help out. Ultralisk was there too. And talking about Ultralisk, he gets the disc connect, and they're going for Muradin, and that is an insane amount of damage. The dwarf barely has time to go for the avatar, but the fight breaks out right away. They go for the Quasar. Sonya is down, counter damage in an attempt to maybe get a kill, but it's not really looking all that fantastic. D.Va was... oh, that is actually a good wall here against 2, but I still don't think that they have the damage output on it. Zeratul comes in, gets the kill against Maiev, and the party continues. Chromie is down to Azerite with 2 kills, and all of a sudden this game is looking very different again, which seems to be the trend of this entire best of 5, honestly. The Fountain gets eliminated immediately, and thanks to the push power of Sylvanas, they're going for the bottom fort, and spoiler alert, they're gonna get it. So they are going a bit nuts on this. The level 16, by the way, he went into the Master Warplate. Master Warplate for him. And on top of that, we're now also looking at the Will of the Forsaken and the Super Strain. And with Sylvanas, they are now going for the wall at the bottom to open the keep up. Nobody cares about the objective, by the way. That thing has been up for minutes now. And nobody has made a move for it. Not even close. So instead, they're just brawling it out. And it's just crazy. Zeratul, with all the mobility, was able to get 2 kills. And all of this started with a setup where the blue team thought that they might get a kill against Muradin thanks to the disc that Maiev set up. So, yeah. Here comes another quick move towards the bot lane right now. Of course, still a little bit ahead in kills, but in experience, he started to fall behind. Ana, as usual, is the only one that hasn't died yet. I mean, Ana is just doing Ana things. Only one that hasn't fallen yet. They go for the item again. Yeah, they're slowly starting to maybe even take towards the top lane. But it seems like everybody just agreed, you know what, let's just ignore the objective. Let's just ignore that thing. 18 to 18. Quasar slowly moving in, gets attacked immediately. Where's that Stormbolt? It doesn't connect. But the root does. The heals from Ana. Ana with the big heals and a big shove coming out as Ultralisk was trying to jump in to force the fight. Couldn't do that either. But oh boy, the trap setups over here. And honestly, the snappy plays that we're seeing from Zeratul, Muradin. I mean, it's Stukov in that last engage also with the quick reaction and his ult before Maiev can start the tether. Now X-Ray still sitting tight. Gotta be a little bit careful. Another shove comes out. Zeratul, he's dead. And they set another kill up. Bam! Stukov is eliminated. No chance for him. Well done. Another big move from the team in blue as they're trying to bring this one back. And yeah, check this one out. I mean, here Zeratul goes down right away, then the wall gets set up quickly and they can follow up. Muradin was close by, but he realized that he wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Now the disc is back up again. And they try to cash Schmacke, but even though it connects, they aren't able to get the kill. Level 20 is getting so much closer for them now, and after they just took the fort down, they're in another great position where they can go to the top and even work on the last remaining one. So, yep, here we go. Objective finally the objective is being taken, by the way. Sonya is finally on it and saying like, alright guys, I can make a play here. And talking about making plays, Gia gets zipped back in and moves out with a quick jump. Level 20 is now ready too, by the way. So the Nano Infusion is now in. On top of that, we got the Huntress Orb. We got the Shatter as an upgrade. They're stealing the item away down at the bottom. Of course, 20 is going to be incredibly close now for the team in red as well. So it's not going to take them too long. There it is. Storm Talents for both teams, which gives us the rewind. Hasn't completed his baseline, by the way, but he's close. He's really, really close. And now we also get on top of that, now that we have the objective moving in any moment, the Shadow Strike. Yeah, but they open the top up a little bit. 94%, so it's Protector time. You can go straight for that. And that's exactly what they are starting to pull off. So, slowly but steadily making their way over. 12 to 7, there it is. The question is always, how much damage can you do? We're 15 minutes into the game. Second objective usually gets taken a lot sooner than that and doesn't really do as much work. But they're going for the kill in the back, and they get it against Mei. Can even steal the item here. It's just bonkers. Every time a team has the lead, the kill against them comes in. They're trying to make a play for Zeratul. Azurite is playing the safe, and the second kill comes in as Chromie dies. Chili Mountain. Chili Mountain, ladies and gentlemen. The disc is out, and it hits, but Maiev dies anyways. The Protector is pretty much on the run. Ana is the only one that is trying to get away here. They're pushing with Sylvanas, and they are absolutely crushing. Now, where are they actually headed? They're trying to go to the bot lane now. So they are moving to the bottom of the map. They could have taken the fort at the top, and they decided against it. They want to go for game. They want to end the game here. Only Ana is still up. And that's not going to be enough. Chili Mountain, everybody, is on their way to victory. They're saying, you are not going to stop us. You have zero chance of stopping us here, and we got enough time. It's 8 seconds for Mei, and they are going for the core. They're dropping everything that they have. And at least a few of those rockets connect, but Ana is now down 2, and they are burning this down. Nicely done. Chili Mountain, they're taking the lead. They're taking the lead in the Heroes of the Storm series. 30k, they go down on Volskaya Foundry as Chili Mountain takes the lead with a 2-1 against the team in blue. Nicely done. Battlefield of Eternity, game number 4, guys. Chili Mountain, they got the lead. Really good decision making on the last map. I mean, they were way behind at the start, but that was a fantastic comeback with some solid decisions that they made, especially around the teamfight victories that they were able to get later on in the game. And yeah, they just went for it. They just realized, hey, Ana's the only one that's up. We got enough time. The bot lane has already been opened up. So let's go for it and end it. And they did. And now they have an opportunity to maybe decide the entire series in their favor. And I didn't see that one coming. I would have expected the two teams to get to a pretty close series. I would have expected Chili Mountain to at least take a map. But now all of a sudden they not only have the lead, but they have a lot of momentum going for themselves. And if they take 30k down here with a 3-1, that would be a massive step forward for their ambitions to establish themselves within the top 3 of the Masters Clash. I mean, again, only Playday number 1, but that would be a fantastic opening. I explained a little bit at the beginning how I currently view the top 4 in the European scene. We definitely have a dedicated top 4. I saw Chili Mountain more so on the number 4 spot, but as I said, on a good day, they can take games and matches off any of the other 3 teams too, and today seems to be one of those days. So if that's the level of performance that we can expect from them throughout the rest of the season, then they definitely stepped it up quite a bit, and the other teams have to be very careful going up against them. Now, we are heading into Battlefield of Eternity, always a little bit of a different story here. Chromie gets still picked immediately as the first pick for the blue team, but we got Medivh banned out. Diablo gets banned out. They really don't want to go up against Masquerade on that hero anymore, as you can tell. And on top of that, we have Uther and Varian banned out too. So, yeah. I mean, this brings us into a Li Ming and Stukov pick. Now, Li Ming has always been a great hero on Battlefield of Eternity because of the continuous poke that you can establish against the Immortal, and of course the teamfight potential where you can get kill after kill. Stukov is, as we've seen on the last map, fantastic for a lot of killer combos. You don't necessarily need Varian or Nubarak with it. It's also good enough to have Muradin, anyone else that can CC the opponent. But Mako and Li Ming, I mean, they really want to go and carry this one hard. Now, as supports go, well, we don't have anything yet for 30k. Here comes Muradin and Sonya. Now, I expect that they're banning out a Nubarak now. You don't want to pick a Nubarak into Li Ming, so they picked Muradin, because again, Cocoon is pretty much, I don't want to say worthless, you get still value out of it, you cannot play around her, but in a lot of the plays that you're trying to make get denied, because you can just simply laser it down with Disintegrate, which you normally, of course, wouldn't take. But right now, there's the ban on Ana, and I would expect a Nubarak ban coming in now. Because, again, a Nubarak, Stukov, nasty setup. And them picking Muradin and now maybe banning a Nubarak means that 2 of the tanks that could have been played with Stukov really well are both eliminated. So, yep, the Nubarak is out. And I'm pretty sure that Chili Mountain saw that kind of coming. At the latest, after Muradin was picked, they knew that this was going on. So they probably already debated what tank they would take then afterwards. And you can still play it. I mean, if you want to go for Mei, for example, you could. There's Jojo that you can still play. Of course, that's a little bit different than with the setup around Stukov. But with the Blessed Shield, you can still make a couple of plays here if you wanted to. But there's Blaze and D.Va. Alright, Blaze main tank, playing around the jet propulsion here. And D.Va, as we saw in the last game, of course. Yeah, and the final 2 picks for 30k. There's Tracer. Finally we get to see the Tracer of Dino. Hell, it's about time. Or are they actually playing it on Ultralisk? I mean, I suppose that they're gonna swap later. But yeah, I would be a little bit surprised if that wouldn't be Dino's hero there. But there's Jimmy. A little bit more auto attack. That's good against Tracer. That's good against the Immortal. They got quite a good race going on for themselves. And with that, we're heading into the game, everybody. So, it is party time. This could be the last one. Is Chili Mountain able to decide the series in their favor, or will 30k take it? Time will tell. Let's move in. Battlefield of Eternity. Battlefield of Eternity. Time to find out whether Chili Mountain can make it happen. A 3-1 victory for them would definitely start the season off with a bit of a bang here at the Masters Clash. We got 30k on the left side with X-Ray on Deckard Kane. We got Quasar on Sonya. Dino on Tracer. Ultralisk is playing Chromie. And we have Masquerade on Muradin. Chili Mountain then again on the right side of the map with Mako and Li Ming. We got Banana H on Stukov, Gia on Blaze, Azerite of course heading straight up into the Exterminator, and Backhold is playing D.Va. Now honestly I should probably not say obviously goes into Exterminator because we've seen different plays now with Ace on the hole on the map too, but at least in this case they're locking it in quickly. For now, as you can already tell, it's a bit of a different setup. Normally it's a 4-1, but most of the time the teams, at least at the beginning, are trying to see if they can maybe get a drop on somebody, on some position on the lane. So far, that hasn't really happened here, but they're still playing around it a little bit. Topside that's where this is very visible. They're really waiting for the Quasar to move out, which he does for a second and then immediately falls back. So, without vision on anyone, they knew something was coming. And now here comes 30k. They're trying to play this as safe as they can. They want a force game fight. again, they qualified first for the Masters Clash. A lot of people thought that they would really do well in the first series too. But now they're losing not only one, they might lose Dino 2, they're losing 2 heroes. Chili Mountain. Guys, they are kinda crushing them here. I mean, again, they haven't won the game yet or anything, obviously. They haven't won the series yet either, but they're ahead in the series. They carried a lot of momentum from game number 2 into game number 3. And now we're looking at the 4th map where they open things up with a double kill. After the initial setup failed, it was a bit too telegraphed, but it doesn't matter because as the dust settles, they are still the team that walks away with 2 kills. And now look what they're getting out of it. They're getting the entire wall pretty much. I mean, yeah, they're taking everything down. So that's a lead and experience now. That's a camp that they were able to decide in their favor. They took the... So, yeah. Ultralisk and his boys, they need to dig deep now. Einmal locker durch die Hose atmen, bitte. Deep breath. Relax a little bit. And just make sure that you're gonna play this out properly now. Because they cannot afford to lose this one. I would have bet money on 30k winning this. I would have expected Chili Mountain to make it a tough fight and to take a map or two, but I would not have expected to end up on map number 4 with a 2-1 lead for Chili Mountain and them starting to gain more momentum. So big kudos to them. They definitely stepped it up from the qualifiers and from the Riot Cup too. Nicely done here. And I like it, honestly. This is one of the cool things when you have teams that all of a sudden start to increase their power levels and they shake up the entire setup that you expect. That's honestly what this is all about. We've been talking a lot about some of the teams that are in the lower 4, like Innic for Ruby, Soundless, Team Arthurs, and the potential that they have with the potential improvements that they can make throughout the season. But now we're seeing Chili Mountain starting all of this up with a huge power boost compared to what we observed from them in the qualifiers. So, yeah, I like it. This is a lot of fun. And even the Rive Cup. Now we are starting to see them move in with, of course, Jimmy too. Exterminator is here, and that allows you to get serious damage onto the Immortal and burn that down quickly. I mean, you can see the hit points just disappearing within seconds. That halftime show, I mean, that wasn't even a fight. That was an execution. That Immortal didn't even know what was happening, and then it was just completely gone. So, yeah, they went in and said, like, alright, screw that bastard. Look at this. That Immortal doesn't know what's happening, and all of a sudden it's just dead. So, yeah, that's a quick victory on the Immortal for them, at least on the first one. And we are looking at a 50% shield. That's 9,000 plus hit points. Ah. And with that, they can now simply move in to the bot lane. Over 9,000, baby! Chili Mountain with a big shield as they start to go for level 7, which they should be able to get thanks to that minion wave. So they have a level advantage, they have a talent advantage, they have the Immortal, Calamity is in, and this one will hurt. That push could very well... I mean, it's going to result in 4 damage. Can they take the entire thing? A bit doubtful. If they can get a kill, then 100%. And Ultralisk, Chromie... Oh, Liming is dead, but so is Chromie. The problem is that Blaze just died too. They lost 2 heroes despite the fact that they were ahead in talents at this point. Yeah, okay. That is changing things up a little bit. Now the fort is taking a serious amount of damage. I think it might even... Can they save it? One more hit! Alright, so the fort is still here. But let's face it, once that Liming is back on the map, she's just gonna land one single combo and that thing is gone. So structurally, it's a massive lead for Chili Mountain. When it comes to kills and experience, they are also ahead, I suppose. But it's not by a lot. So they are not really in a great position on that end. But yep, as it stands, we're now looking at Dino, still trying to make the plays against Macke. Obviously, by now we got the Calamity in over here. Started things off with Power Hungry, all the way up at the top. Now that the wall is gone, the Khaldor camp is gonna come in and has to be dealt with. That's why we're seeing Sonya and Chromie currently working on that. But yeah, bot side, that's where the party is gonna start. Because right now you're looking for a little bit more. You want to get a bit more damage out, you want to make the play here, you want to take that fort finally, and there's the quick orb that gets shot in, and the fort is gone. So structure lead has been established. Muradin gets attacked now too. Objective number 2 is going to be interesting. Yeah, quite interesting. I mean, now it's about the camp down here, but they are ready with a 5-man. It's actually 5 versus 5, but look at Muradin. Muradin is in trouble. And he's making it out. The problem is that Blaze is also eating a lot of dirt here. And that's the kill. The camp isn't taken. Blaze dies. They went just a bit too hard on this. And maybe he thought he was already level 10. He was just like, wait a second, guys. I'm going to bunker up. And nothing happens. So, yeah. Bad news for him. But good news for 30k fans. Because now, with the next objective coming up, they got a chance to maybe even take the lead here and establish an immortal for themselves. Jimmy isn't moving in just yet, so they're sacrificing the halftime show as it seems. Level 10 abilities are now ready for them. They're still a bit away, but after the halftime show, can they burn it down just in time before level 10 is ready for both sides? That's the question. But yeah, they're getting the kill, and Chromie, she just disappeared. Chromie pulled a Houdini. 1 second, she was here. The next one, she was simply gone. And now they can go for the Immortal 100%. Now they can burn this one down without any problems at all. At least that's what should happen. But here comes Deckard Cain, the old man with the story. And Jimmy goes down. The 5 versus 4, and they are losing it. No way! That should have been the easiest immortal of their lives, and instead we're seeing Gia fall. That's 5 kills to 4, and they are killing everybody else too, aren't they? Stukov is dead, and oh my god, dear lord, Chili Mountain. What an opening into the game, and then 30k just shuts them down hard despite the kills that they got and says, nope, ain't happening. No stacking, by the way, for Muradin on the level 1, but he still went for the sledgehammer to complete his baseline quest a little bit quicker, and he is nearly done with it. But, oh my god, Chili Mountain, they had such a great lead here, and now they are getting a bit wrecked. Then again, this fight might have been a little bit too much for 30k. They lose Muradin, but they still steal the camp. 2 of them, by the way, escape with rough, less than 100 hit points, pretty much. So, all the way up at the top, the problem that exists now for 30k is that they might not get enough out of the Immortal, because you guessed it, they don't have Muradin. So, you can't push this properly. The objective that you just worked for so hard to get is now not quite useless, but it is definitely not gonna accomplish what you were hoping for. They're not getting that fort. They're barely able to get the fountain down. Now, 6 kills to 5, level 12 for both of them. But yeah, this is a really awkward game. I mean, it's a fun game, but it's a little bit of a weird one because this is just all over the place. Gia gets attacked again, and this Blaze main tank is struggling. Yeah, he's getting punished a lot. I mean, now he has bunker up, of course, so that makes things a little bit easier. But still, 14,000 damage for Li Ming. Tracer's already sitting at 20,000. Yeah, going for 13, but I gotta say, this one is kind of exciting. The top 4 has already taken damage on 30k's side. Here comes the combo. Yeah, they're trying to go for their setup with Diva. A little bit of damage against Masquerade. Yeah, it's not really threatening anything. I mean, they're making the moves, but this is not gonna do enough yet. So instead, what do we have here? The level 13 talent kicks in. Objective is going to be soon announced again. With the level 13 talents, we're now also getting the Bronze Beard Rage over here. Still waiting for the talent to kick in for for Chili Mountain. But either way, another 30 seconds. Going to be a 13 versus 13 fight. The old Giza's already up at the bottom as they're trying to go for another camp. And they really start to extend that lead now, in experience. But here comes the virulent reaction. And with that, plus Illusionist, they already have some really nice power spikes that they can rely upon now. Debilitating rounds are coming in at this point. Blaze can still go for the play. At the top, Dino is defending this. But with a quick rotation of Jimmy, they can win the halftime show. Again, Jimmy is just insane. Jimmy with Exterminator, plus also the rest of the team behind this. There is just no way you're winning the race. I mean, it's not even close. Sonya can slam away 6 days to Sunday, I don't care. If you got Jimmy and a few more heroes on the Immortal, they're going to win this one every day. So the rotation and the speed of it is super important here. That's also one of the reasons why Muradin is immediately trying to defend. Stormbolt gets dodged, Dino is sitting here at the side, and yeah, the pew 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 is happening. Sonya, I think they also saw Dino now. Yeah, they know exactly where Dino is. And Chromie is the only one attacking over on the left side. The rest of the team has to go for the defense, because they know that when Jimmy makes his way in, he's going to murder that thing. Alright, here's the explosion coming out. Careful. Again, Blaze with the jet propulsion as he's trying to turn around. They got the bunker in. A little bit of damage is coming from especially Maka as he lands another combo. And Maka, they go for the objective and they take it. They take it. They have 4,000 hit points on the shield. Old man, D.Va, and Backhult is alive. He's actually alive. Oh, Stukov. Banana Age with the save. Oh, that would have sucked. Winning the Immortal and then you lose your side laner. Yeah, that would have been annoying as hell. But they can still push the top now, and that should be the fort. So they're starting to make their play right here. 7 to 5. Off we go. Yeah, the fort is down. I don't think they're going to get the wall. Nah, they won't be able to. They won't be able to carry this further and take the wall at the keep. This one is going to be defended against. But again, you get both of the forts, so that's already a step into the right direction if you want to decide the entire series here. And honestly, this is awesome. This is a fantastic start into the season. I really like this. For two of the teams that are having high ambitions here, this is a great game that they're playing out. Good aggression against Banana Age. He's dead. Banana Age is down. Nicely done. Good snipe. Yeah, they saw an opportunity and they went for it. Hey, look at the experience setup here, by the way. The hero experience, thanks to those extra kills, they have now 3,500 more experience. Mercenaries, they're a little bit ahead. 800, nearly 1,000. Minion experience, they're ahead. It's really just the passive experience that keeps Chili Mountain in a pretty good spot here. And they're going to lose now some of their own structures. They won't be able to save that fort at the top. And it results in an early level 16. So, yep, off we go. That's an extra talent. They need to make sure that they're not losing another hero now. Chili Mountain, that is. They got Stukov back to business, and their own level 16 is not far off, but it's half a level that they still have to soak, so they can't really play aggressively around this. The thing is really that the Immortal damage is a problem for 30k. They need to win these team fights, and they're currently doing well on the kills. They have 8 to 5. They've done a fairly good job there. But if they lose the Immortal, as that thing starts to scale more and more and more, it's of course a problem. And now is another 30 seconds until the next Immortal is up on the map, so you got a bit of time if you're on the side of the red team to soak the XP that you need, and D.Va is already doing that up at the top. They're thinking about taking a camp down here too. Yeah, Shaman camp has been taken, Dino's zipping in, and these are the fights you don't want to fight. Stukov is down just as the 16 kicks in. A snappy decision from 30k allows them to go for the Immortal, and that is bad news for Chili Mountain now. Without Stukov, without the support, they can't make any big moves here, and they just have to suffer the Immortal damage. Yeah, halftime show is already over. I don't think they have a chance to go for a quick kill here. That was a beautiful play from 30k. They saw an opportunity, they dove for it, and they got it. And now this is going to be a big Immortal and therefore a big problem for Chili Mountain. They're trying to defend it as much as they can, but Masquerade, zero respect, not afraid. D.Va down, staggered death. This is spiraling out of control now. Stukov is back just as D.Va dies. Masquerade is looking for even more, and we got 100% Immortal now from 30k. That one will hurt a lot. Like, really a lot. Because right now, the bot lane is under enormous pressure. The wall is already open. The fort is definitely going to fall. They still have 18 seconds until D.Va is back. And they are aiming, of course, for the keep here. I mean, this one is going to just crush. We have 14, 15 minutes into the game. It's not like one of those insane Immortals towards the late game, but it's still grown up enough that it does some serious work here. X-Ray with the attempt at a trap here. That did not work for him. Now that ult is already out, but the Immortal should still be able to do quite a bit of work. Can they get the keep? Time will tell. If Jimmy gets a little bit of damage in, he should be able to take the shields down quickly. And then they can invade it in a little bit deeper. But that fountain is gone, the Stormbolts connect. Yeah, Tracer is zipping into the back line and putting pressure on the Jimmy, who's in trouble, slowed down, and nearly a follow-up. The keep is gonna fall, and they're jumping in again. They won game 5. They won game 5, and with a kill or two here, they can go for the core directly. I mean, look at Azerite. Jimmy is so low now. And if they get the kill here, then this is just over, and they are getting it. Blaze is down. The Immortal chipping away at the shield. They're going for gold. Game number 5, ladies and gentlemen. It's inevitable. 30k, they take it. against Chili Mountain in the 4th game of this Heroes of the Storm series. GG and well done. We're going the full distance. Tomb of the Spider Queen, the final map in the best of 5 Heroes of the Storm series here at the Masters Clash. The first Playday is coming to an end with this one map between 30k and Chili Mountain. And yeah, it is an awesome series. I mean, again, I went through all the emotions here. At the beginning, I had 30k pegged as the favorite. I expected them to take the lead. I thought Chili Mountain would start to slowly claw themselves back into the series a little bit, winning a map, maybe 2, but instead we had Chili Mountain taking the start, getting the lead with the 2-1, and honestly, then even on the last map, the 4th one, they did fantastic at the beginning, and 30k just fought tooth and nail to ensure that they are bringing this to map number 5. So we could, at the end of the day, still end up with my initial prediction, where 30k takes the series, but the way that Chili Mountain is playing here today, they definitely have what it takes to lock in another victory and take the win. So it is going to be fun. The ban on Maiev doesn't shock after we've watched a couple of games now where Ultralisk just bodied them with a hero. Of course, the ban on Chromie on the other side too, and yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I mean, Tomb of the Spider Queen mixes things up a little bit in the way that you have to make sure that you get a little bit of extra wave clear for your team. But yeah, I'm really happy about this one. Alright, so there's the Dibbles ban. There's the Lady Masquerade for it. It's a good map for it too. So yeah, let's get that out. Zeratul is a pick that could... I mean, again, we're looking a little bit at these X-Factor picks, right? The ones that could really carry the game. And of course, you could see Ultralisk on Carrigan. That's one of the heroes that he likes to play here. Medivh is up, by the way. Medivh for map 5 is all of a sudden available. So, outside of Medivh, who gets first picked, I mean, again, I have no idea why you would leave Medivh up. So they have to have a plan for this. They knew that would happen. You have Macke on their side. Of course they're going to take Medivh. I mean, seriously? So now they need portal control. Junkrat, if you want to play him, Stukov, anything that can really control the portal once that it's set up and put pressure onto Medivh. Outside of that, the X-Factor picks for me personally, again, Tracer. Now that we have Cassia in, unlikely Dino's going to play her, but here's the Stukov for portal control. And then, of course, we could also see a Zeratul for one of them. I mean, even Carrigan is on the table with Ultralisk playing here. But not banning out Medivh, oof. I mean, you knew what was coming. So with them not banning it, there is no surprise that that hero gets insta-locked. Now the only question is, what do you do from here on out? Because with Stukov already taken, Onubarak is open, Varian is open, both of them could be taken. We got Sonya. We got Anna. This is gonna be... I mean, honestly, this is gonna be one of those games where people afterwards are gonna be like, hindsight 2020. If Medivh wins, they're like, of course they won. I mean, Medivh, come on. If the Medivh team loses, it's like, oh my god, they played it so smart. They had such a fantastic strategy for it. So, it's definitely going to be the reactions of some people that are watching this right now, 100%. But, well, as we're heading in, there's the ban on Onubarak. Are they banning Varian? Do they just say, okay, the Varian Stukov's not happening? No, they go for Jojo. They want to delete the wave clear instead. But, yeah, let's have a bit of a look here. Yeah, because this is kind of nasty. There is a reason Medivh is banned all the time. They must have had a game plan, and the game plan must include more than just playing with Stukov. Stukov is the first step into the right direction, but they need a bit more. Mei and Yrel. Yeah, Yrel has some. Mei has CC, okay, so they can play around the portal quite a bit. But of course, Sonya plus Medivh is quite impactful too. And let's see what else we're gonna get. The last two picks. Especially the main tank is something that I'm interested in. I mean, they themselves banned 2. So what are we gonna get with this? What are they gonna go for? For now, we got... we also need another range damage dealer. I mean, again, Azerite. Orphea, Coffin Girl is in. And Zul main tank. I mean, yeah, the wave clear is there. With Medivh, you can keep him alive. It's still a bit of a gamble that they have. Okay. I mean, at least you didn't get like a Medivh Diablo combo where you can go leyline into Apocalypse. But the last pick for Ultralisk, our X-Factor pick over here on 30k. Last map, it's coming up, everybody. What's it gonna be? Junkrat, more portal control. Yeah, they're gonna go for the mine. They have more portal control against Junkrat. Guys, game 5. It's coming. The 5th map in the Heroes of the Storm series is about to start. Tomb of the Spider Queen is the map. 30k goes up against Chili Mountain. Game number 5, the final map of the series. 30k or Chili Mountain? Who's going to take the victory here? I mean, no matter who wins or loses, the loser at least has secured themselves 2 maps, which is obviously very important, especially when you're going up against a tough opponent. But now on the left side, we got Stukov, played by X-Ray, Quasar on Urel, Dainu on Cassia with the stacking, Ultralisk on Junkrat, and Masquerade on May. A lot of heroes that chip in portal control whenever Medivh opens it up. We got Banana Age for the red team on Ana, Azerite on Ophia, Gia on Zul, Make on Medivh, and Backhold is playing Sonya. And the Zul main tank with not only the Ana support but also Medivh behind him. He offers a lot of wave clear, can get easy rotations going between lanes and just burn these waves down. And it will be a super interesting game. Both of the teams have a clear vision of what they're trying to do here, but of course, getting that Zul at the front line instead of a proper tank is always a bit of a gamble. It can work out incredibly well. We've seen games on, let's say, Infernal Shrines where Zul just dominated everything, but we've also seen it backfire horribly. And a lot of this is going to hinge on the ability of Make to really save the targets and allow the setups. And look at this. This is exactly what I talked about. Portal control. Portal control, portal control, portal control. The second Medivh was picked, I talked about Junkrat for that very reason. The moment the portal goes down, the mine is going to be there, and whoever moves through is going to get pooped away. On top of that, you got Urel, you can do pretty much the same thing. You got Stukov, you can open up the lurking arm, and this is going to be the name of the game. They're going to play around this the entire time. They're going to try. But still, Medivh adds a lot. He offers you quick rotation between the lanes, but of course we're also having a very solid setup for 30k, and they're trying to use that to get the first kill. So far that hasn't worked. Junkrat and Zul are now the ones rotating between the lanes here. And this is the party time. Right here, I mean, again. Stacks of course on Medivh, we have to keep an eye on that too. If he dies before he finishes that, he's gonna lose everything. And Taino is, of course, stacking as well. Banana Age with this Ana, keeping himself a little bit in the background here. And once that you're setting up, let's say, a ley line, Azerite at least, with Ophia can follow up on that too. Masquerade already with a turn-in, also a bit of a bait, of course, against Medivh, and Medivh takes it. Quasar coming in at the side. Make. Hello, and portals away. But guess who's there? Guess who? Dainu, and yeah, he does a little bit of damage, but isn't able to follow up with the kill. Only 6 stacks for Medivh so far anyway, so it wouldn't really have meant too much if he falls here. But the wall, talking about falling, the wall at the bottom of the map, that one gets already pretty much murdered. And they're coming in for it. They're trying to get a little bit more done here as well. Even more aggression towards Quasar. Careful. Medivh, the prime target. In any situation, pretty much. But they opened this up. More or less. So, yeah, good start for Chili Mountain. No kills, but still. With the Siege Giants, they were able to do some serious damage. And they should be able to take this one down with a Shockwave alone, and that's exactly what they do. Good for them. And of course the rotation here of Gia is still working quite nicely. And he's the one to come in and turn in first for the team in red. 24 gems delivered. The fight at the bottom, or the little skirmishes that we're having between the heroes, are still ongoing too. And there's the Sleep Dart. Can they drop Urel? Unlikely. Can they do some damage? Yeah, for sure. X-Ray is immediately ready with another lurking arm to help out. But who gets the first Red Weaver wave? And who is able to do some more damage on those structures? Masquerade is already coming in with the Pleb Horse. Also the Poverty Horse, as it's called. As the teams are both going for their Bruiser Cap. Honestly, this is a little bit nuts. I would never have expected that we're here in the way that we arrived in this particular game. I expected it... I mean, I've been talking about it. I expected it the other way around. I expected Chili Mountain to struggle to keep up with 30k. And it's quite the opposite here. But the setup that we have at this point, this is going to make this super interesting. We have 12 stacks currently for Make, make it 14. He's getting a few more in even. So he's currently at 15. They're coming in for the fight. And X-Ray, he gets out. they are able to save Stukov. It was a close call, but he makes it out, and that all that matters at the end of the day. A lot of damage done here. 44 gems turned in and 35 on the other side. So both of the teams have an opportunity to secure the first webweaver wave for themselves. The camp pushing through the middle. Bergkult able to turn in. They're missing another 11 gems. And only 6 are missing for 30k to lock in webweaver wave number 1. Zul at the top, he's trying. But Gia is moving away quickly. And the fight at the bottom, that one is still happening. Still the poke. Poke, poke, poke the entire time. Trying to get a little bit of extra damage out. Trying to get Gia into a good position. Grenades are coming through. Interrupt potential is, of course, there on both sides. And they're using it to the biggest extent. But it seems like 30k is going to get it. They're turning in, and they get the webweavers. Blue wave is coming down first. 0 kills so far in the game. And here we go. All the way towards the top. That's Junkrat already pushing this one out. 14 stacks now for Cassia, 21 for Medivh. Marke with a vision. Over here, they're playing it slow, but Gia is going to be able to take most of those minions before they have a big damage impact. Then again, Bergkult, he needs a portal. Yeah, Marke needs one too, and he's the one to move away before the shit hits the fan down here. But now with the webweavers, 30k, they're out for blood. They want the wall, and they want more. And they are starting to take some serious ground. They're taking not only the wall in the middle, they're taking the wall at the bottom, and they're making a play for the fort. They're looking great here. Marke, by the way, is stacking like a crazy person. He's sitting at 30 already. So he's doing fantastic, at least on the stacking. Now we have Azerite starting to move in. The portal is already set up. A little bit of extra damage. More stacks coming together for Marke. They defend against the webweavers. Nearly lost the fort at the bottom, but they saved it, at least at the end of the day. Gia at the top. He's just murdering. The scythe play over and over again against those minion waves. And now he might be in trouble because he stayed a bit too long. And he's already low. He looks pretty dead to me. If Marke isn't able to come in and help him out here with the shield, then this is just the end of him. And yep, there's the kill. Sleep Dart comes in, recovering the gems, at least most of them. Leyline, level 10 on both sides. Shadai is out. Bam! Down goes Stukov. Getting crushed. Absolutely crushed. And Cassia is dead too. They lose Zul, but they get their double kill. And what a double kill it was. Check this one out. Look at this. X-Ray, Leyline is in, and then bam! The timing, and he just pops. And then they follow up with kill number 2 against Dainu just a second later. 34 stacks now for Medivh. Chili Mountain with 2 kills to 1 and their own webweaver wave. Bottom of the map, Bergkult going up against Quasar. And we got quite the fight on our hands here. Yeah, Ultralisk. He's always in a position here to try and boop them back out. Nice attack against Gia. Is he gonna fall? I don't think so. Moves away just before the ult of Masquerade hits him. And now the webweaver's on the ground. Marke himself, 35 stacks. Can't die now. Has too many stacks. Needs to keep those. Pushes through the top. Mid lane. The defense is there. 2 of them dealing with the webweavers at the bottom of the map. Quasar with the 20 gems. Gotta be careful. But up at the top, this is where the main party is currently starting to push in. They're starting to make the plays here. Opening the walls up. Trying to get a little bit more out of this one. Azerite! And he's down! And that's 30 gems gone. Nice play by Ultralis. Perfect isolation. And another isolated move against Gia. And oh my god, that is a disaster. That is a freaking disaster for Chili Mountain. They pretty much lost nearly all their gems. And now there's a play for boss. With 2 kills easily. But check this out. Check out Gia. Like, he tries to take the portal and X-Ray says like, nope, not on my watch.
Nope.
Pushes him away, straight into his death, and that is an insane double kill. First it was Ophia that died, then it was Zul. Now they can go for the boss up here. They take the boss, they take their gems away. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Huge play. Huge play by 30k. Talent advantage incoming. They can get another turn in. Oh my god. That is a huge problem for Chili Mountain. That's a disaster. That's honestly a disaster for them. Even more poke is coming in. Talent advantage. Bergkult. Is he going to go for the fort at the bottom? Yeah. And, well, Medivh is going to help him out here, I suppose. But, hello. Yeah. Here comes the rotation. And Bergkult, I mean, that was maybe a little bit too aggressive. He's dead. Is he dead? He should be dead. He's pretty... like, he's definitely gonna die. Another portal? Leyline? Are they saving him? No. No, he's down after all. And that's, of course, even more gems lost. Marke! 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 Oh my god, 36 gems! He has 36 stacks and he dies. Oh my god, what a nightmare for 30k. What an absolute nightmare. For Chili Mountain, sorry. For 30k, it's amazing. Like, check this one out. 36 stacks and he dies. What a disaster for Chili Mountain. 30k is coming in and they are crushing it. They are absolutely crushing it. Chili Mountain is falling apart here. They are absolutely falling apart at this point. It's 6 kills to 2. They lost 2 of their forts. The keep at the bottom is low. And that is just a disaster. I mean, not even accounting for all the gems that were lost. They lost an insane amount of gems. I mean, just check this out real quickly. We had an additional wave already for the blue team, and they still have more gems in their hands than Chili Mountain. That's how bad this is. This is a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. Wow. What a beating. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these Zul main tanks, Blaze main tank plays, and it can work, of course, but at least in this series, those are the games where they struggled the most, and those are the games that they're losing. So now we have Zul just doing his thing again with the wave clear. We have Medivh trying to get his stacks back up, but of course this is not looking good. Not even a little bit. 100,000 siege damage now for Zul. Portals are again set up, but there's so much portal control. Moving towards the top to pressure Azerite even more. The level 16 talent is now ready for them, so they got the talent advantage to on top of it. Working on the next turn in which they could easily get if they just pick up another... I mean, what do they need? 7 gems, and they're even playing for the keep for the fort in the middle. So it is a slaughter. It's a slaughter right now. Yeah, they go for Gia again. The portal is there. The Shatter in the back. They're trying to go for him once more. There's the root. Virulent reaction with the value. The fight continues, but again, at the end of the day, they want to get the fort in the first place, and that's the one thing that they're able to lock in. So the fort is down. 6 kills to 2. 16 is in. Oh, wow. Now, Chili Mountain, they are still, of course, trying to hold on to this, but they have a long way to go if they want to bring this back. Especially that bot lane is such a liability now. That keep is not only exposed, it's down to 50% HP. They're trying to make another play for Berkhold here as he's trying to get out. They want, of course, to have the level 16 before they are trying to make a play here. Don't even have enough gems for a turn in. 30k does. But here it is at least. Level 16 talents. Alright. 48 gems have already been turned in. Comes the fight. Azerite has the 20. That's the moment. You can try to make your play right now. Obviously, X-Ray, he completes the turn in. Blue Web Weaver is gonna touch ground soon. Play at the bottom of the map, starting to go straight in for it with another portal. They're hoping for a kill so that the defense is a bit easier. But they have to move out here. And Azerite, can they push him away? They are trying. Gets pushed into side position, and the Valkyrie doesn't connect. But Masquerade hasn't given up on it yet. He's still trying to follow it, and they are bullying them around, aren't they? They are getting pushed, they're getting slowed. It's CC all day, every day. So much crowd control coming from them. And of course, up at the top, Zul has now started to defend against the first Web Weaver. The one at the bottom is pushing for the keep directly, and I don't think they can save it. In the middle, they're hoping for a second one. But yeah, this one is not going to make it. So it's all about the one in the middle. If they can get this one too, that would mean 2 of the keeps are already gone, and we're only 13 minutes into the game. If they can get kills on top of that too, that would make the situation even worse. I mean, guys, we could even see the game end here. If 30k gets another kill or 2, then this is just lights out. Then they decide the series right here in their favor. The core is already getting attacked from the Web Weavers. Here's the portal. Zul with the ult. They're trying to make the play. X-Ray is running away. Same time, Masquerade is in a little bit of trouble, but look at Azerite. He's incredibly low. Gets the ult out and connects it, but he's the one that dies as Stukov comes in and just stiff arms him. Bam! Dead! Now the play for Anna, and with the sleep dart, she saves herself, but the keep in the middle is also gone. Everybody's low. Gia gets locked down by the virulent reaction, and that's the end of Zul, and it might just be the end of the game. 30k. They struggled in this series. They struggled way more than I expected, but now they're on their way to victory. They want to go for the core here, and with a 5-3 situation, it's likely that they're going to lock it in. The catapults are already on it. They're going for Make again, and they're dropping him too. This is game. 30k takes the victory in the best of 5. The Heroes of the Storm series ends with the victory for the blue team on Tomb of the Spider Queen. GG, and well done as 30k makes the comeback happen.